Okay, so welcome to Silverstone. We're going to do an IMSA race here today. It is a 45-minute race of Silverstone. I'm racing in the Lamborghini GT3 car. I did a little bit of practice before we started, but not a huge
Check
amount,
stop
so
20.
who knows how this will go.
Get ready, going green.
Please don't tell me we're doing a rolling start.
Pace car is in.
We just want to get rolling. I don't want to give everyone a standing start.
Green, green, green.
Almost hit me.
Got a slow car on the right. Car on your right. Clear.
Thanks, guys. Cool, I've got my old time opti up. I'm just gonna chase this. See how I go. Yeah, it's the vacuum. Sorry. feelings on the Lambo versus the Audi. Feels kind of similar to an Audi in the way that it drives. But it's definitely more understeery than the Audi.
On your right. Hold your line, hold your line. Clear.
Thanks for the follow.
Morning.
Chillin'.
Backside. Clear. On your left. Stay on the left. Stay left.
Thanks for the follow. Are you all okay? Sorry, I'm pretty quiet. I'm just kind of driving.
On your right. Clear on the right.
So yeah, it's Sunday. I passed this morning. I was feeling pretty down on myself this afternoon. And just like feeling pretty garbage and like all of that jazz. And just annoyed at things out of my control. So I was like, I'm gonna do something that I enjoy, which is just race.
On your right. Clear on the right. On your left. Stay on the right. Stay on the left.
Hey Blake, thank you so much for the subscription. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much.
Left side. Stay on the right. Stay on the left. Stay left.
Yeah, this stuff's pretty garbage. Thanks for follow. How are you enjoying Pesk? Yeah, look, it's actually really fun. I've been really enjoying the Pesk racing. It's been so nice to do some, like, I don't know, I had a really busy second half of the season last year with like Gran Turismo and also supercars. It's really fun to like do some non-competitive stuff. I mean, like competitive because we're racing, but like, you know, I'm not doing any practice. Like, it's basically turn up and race, and everyone is generally pretty clean. So it's been really fun racing. And yeah, it's just been so much fun. I haven't like raced in a fun league, like purely for like fun and good racing in like a long time. So I'm really enjoying it. It's just fun fighting people, and the priority being like, don't kill anyone. Like if you pass them, awesome. But like, just like having a battle is like the fun part. And it's been really fun because of that.
Get out the way, you dumb cunt.
Mate, you can't do that.
On your left. Hold your line.
Creeper.
Stay on the left.
Yeah, I'm gonna report that. They should make Matt Campbell race the Sim Aliens. I mean, to be honest, we did basically the same time in qualifying last time. He beat me by like half a tenth. I just got really bad starts, so I got shuffled back and I never got to fight him. But I reckon I was as fast as he was last night. Yeah, everyone's pretty respectful. It's kind of good. I don't know. It's this weird situation where it's like, I don't know. I'm not doing any practice for it because there was an agreement like last season that we wouldn't do any practice. But I feel like people are practicing for it now. So I'm in this weird situation where I'm like, should I start like doing laps? I don't know. It's this weird situation, right? It's this weird like moral situation. It's like, should I, like the racing's fun and we should always like do no practice just to like make it fun. But also at the end of the day, like, you know, Porsche's being like, the winner's the best, go the winner. And it's like, but I want to be the winner. Anyway. Come
left.
on, dude, go. You're a GTE, you can do... I'm backing out of it. Please just go.
Clear on the right.
Just do it. And suddenly your competitive side goes, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, pretty much. I turn up every... like, a part of me, like, is like, oh my god, this is so much fun. This is, like, awesome. I'm having a great time. And then another part of me is like... why am I coming 5th? I should be winning. I reckon I can win this pretty comfortably. Anyway. We'll see. I tell you what though, if you haven't seen any of the PESC races yet, watch the the PESC All-Star races. So like the content creator Destruction Derby race as like a warm-up for actual PESC. Watch the feature race last night. Because it was awesome. It was really good. Anyway. I'm also in this weird situation where I'm like I'm not a world championship driver in iRacing. But I do compete at an esports level, like a pro level in some categories, like the Supercars E-Series. Like, I'm very much competing as a pro driver in that and doing okay at it. So I'm in this weird situation where I'm like, should I even be in the All-Star race? I don't know. I reckon I can be. I'm not actually that good.
Running low on fuel. You might not make it to the end.
Sorry, mate.
I don't want to burst it. I'm not going to burst it. I think Gabby's driven GT4. I don't think she's... I don't know.
Right side, clear on the right.
But I'm in this weird situation where it's like, I've raced like F4. I just don't talk about it anymore.
Right side. Clear on the right. You have about one lap of fuel left.
Anyway, I should probably chill out. Woo! Oops. I'm getting to race some things this year, so I can't wait to announce what I'm driving this year.
Sorry about that, Mitchell.
Oh, we have to box this lap. Gotta remember to do that.
Go, go, go.
Anyway, did anyone watch Actual Task this morning? Because it's a pretty exciting race, like the two races.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear on the left.
It was pretty awesome racing. It was very messy. There were some really good moves. Some really good things and some really dodgy things. A lot of people are annoyed at Coanda for the tire warming thing. Do I want to talk about this? I don't know. I have no opinions on it. Like, I literally...
Right side.
I don't know. I'm super on the fence about it. It's like, on the one hand, like... I understand people's frustration about it. It's like a bit of... So basically, too long didn't read. If you missed it this morning, so Porsche Esports Super Cup happened, which is like the world championship of iRacing at the moment. And one team, there's kind of a tire heating exploit, I think you could say. In the Porsche, you want to get the tires as warm as possible. And once again, I might be saying this wrong, but I don't actually race Pesks, so I'm sorry. But basically, you want to heat the tires up as much as possible for qualifying. And there are ways to do this that are a little bit iffy. For example, like, you're not allowed to do burnouts and like spin the tires and lock the tires. That heats the tire up really quickly. So there are rules against that in iRacing qualifying. You don't really see it ever on iRacing until you get to like the pro level, where it you know, everyone has to do it or try and do it. So that's banned. But what Coanda found is that if you hold the brake and ride the brake, it heats up the brakes and the tires. This is something that's like, by the way, like, I don't know at the extent that it does it, but that's a real strategy that happens. Oh, we're going that way, okay. That's a real strategy that happens in real life. Like, I've done that before in real life race cars. You, like, kind of get hard on the brake and, like, kind of keep hitting the brakes and even riding the brakes, because the brakes heat up and then the brake heat radiates through the tires. So it is a legitimate strategy, but I don't know how it works in iRacing. It might be, like, exaggerated or something. Anyway, they were doing it, and so iRacing came out and said, hey, this is banned, you can't do that in pit lane, I think was the wording for it. It was like, you can no longer ride the brake in pit lane. So what they did is, instead of doing it in pit lane, they just did it on pit exit. Like, as soon as they left the pit lane. So technically there wasn't a rule against it. But also, like, you know, it's this weird situation where it's like, according to the rules, they didn't break any rules. But also, there's probably an expectation that people shouldn't be doing that. So maybe they've breached the expectation of it. Anyway, I'm on the fence about it. I don't know how I feel, because on the one hand, it's like, they're not cheating, they're not breaking any rules. It's not like they're hacking the code or anything. They're just doing everything they can within the rules to get an edge and to heat up their tires.
Left side.
So a lot of people are like, oh my god, cheating, blah. It's like, it's not really cheating, but I don't know if it's very, I don't know if it's good sportsmanship though. It might be a little bit iffy on the ethical standpoint. Ethical? Moral? I don't know. I hope that you get what I'm saying, basically. So a lot of people are angry about it. You drag brakes in real life, so I don't understand. It's not like they're, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't really feel that strongly about it. In my opinion, either everyone does it or no one does it. But if you can't police it, make it allowed and just everyone has to do it. And if everyone does it, it negates the performance difference. Like, if everyone's dragging the brakes, then no one's dragging the brakes, basically. So I don't know. Basically, whatever happens, everyone needs to be doing the same thing. I understand that. What I say, and this is probably a stupid decision, but iRacing has the technology to do it, but whenever you cross the start-finish line, it resets your tire temps to the, I don't know, the standard operating temperature. So as soon as you cross the start-finish line to start your lap, everyone starts at this temperature. Yeah, it's not really realistic, but it's also like, it's a fair playing field. Everyone starts in the same temps, and then you set your lap. And I think at this point, at the point that Pesk is at, it's the same thing in Gran Turismo. It's at enough of a high enough esport level. There's prize money. This is an esport world championship. Realism is no longer the priority. Like, realism is now less important as, like, fair rules for everyone. So I think
I don't know. I think something like that would be awesome. I don't think it'll ever happen, but tire model is broken, but there's no like good tire model. All games are like kind of messed up. Like, actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. It's not broken, but it's just, it's got quirks and it heats up differently to real life. The iRacing tire isn't broken at all, but it just behaves differently to how a real life tire works. I feel like every game is the same. Every game has different quirks and things like that. So if you can have a world championship of a game, it's about figuring out the quirks of that game. So I think it's fair game, in my opinion. Anyway, that happened. So Coanda locked out the first like 8 positions or something ridiculous on the grid. So that was a bit sus. To be fair though, Coanda is very good. So it's like whether they were going to do the exploit or not, there was probably going to be a lot of Coanda drivers at the front anyway. And then the race itself was exciting. Like, I really enjoyed some of the driving that people were doing. Come on, dude.
Left side. They're on the left.
Actually, while we're on the topic of tires, it's something that comes up every now and then. There was a tire issue, I'm not sure if it was talked about, but in Supercars E-Series there was a tire like warming thing.
Cody, couldn't you have waited till last year?
For the oval races, you could just do a burnout to like warm up your tires, and then you would go faster. And you had a situation where some people worked this out, and then checked with the organizers, when like, hey, tire warming, what are the rules about it? And they're like, there are no rules. And they're like, so are you saying that I can do whatever I can as long as I'm not endangering other drivers to get my tires warm? And they're like, yep. And then you rock up to the oval races, and half the grid is doing burnouts, and the other half is not doing burnouts. And the half that's not doing burnouts is angry, and they're like, that's against the rules, that's cheating. And the other half that is doing burnouts is like, no, it's not, we checked, it's not cheating. And you have this weird kind of situation.
Right side. Hold your line, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Oh, true.
We're running low on fuel. We might not make it to the end.
Anyway, so once we're getting past the tire situation, the racing last night was really interesting. I feel like Rogers drove awesomely. Oh, where am I going? Rogers drove awesomely. Dane drove awesomely. Some great driving all around. Sebastian Job, normally an extremely clean driver. I haven't seen the full replay, so I don't feel like I can comment on it. But he sort of binned another car to get 8th in the sprint race, which gave him pole for the feature race. And then he got a jump on the field and
Left side.
he was gone. So
Clear on the left. Clear left. White flag.
I don't know how legit it was, and once again, like, I could have seen the wrong replay. He might be completely innocent, so don't jump to conclusions, but it did seem like he killed somebody and then got away with it and won a race over it, which was pretty iffy as well. I tell you what, who I was really impressed by, and I was actually really impressed by in the first, like, Interlagos as well. I've been kind of like not a huge fan of him because I'm like a Rogers fan and,
One left of fuel left.
you know, flying the Australian flag and everything. And they've fought in the past, so I'm kind of like, you know, on Team Rogers, and I'm not a Beneke fan. But he drove amazingly last night and really well at Interlagos as well. He's such a good driver. It was really good to watch, especially in Interlagos, like him coming through the field. I was like, yeah.
Car stopped on the right.
Is that the finish? Did we just finish?
Great job, driver.
Oh, we did it. People are stopping. He's so aggressive. I don't know. Watching him was awesome. I was super impressed. Cool. So we won that. Good times. Oh, I forgot to save the replay. Fuck. Why am I like this? Why do I do this to myself?